I'm also interested because you've given some mind-blowing, I'll say, financial advice over the years in regard to maxing out as many credit cards as those foolish companies will give you in order to buy crypto and then never ever pay your credit cards back. Can you explain that theory and how it's working for you?
Well, it's working beautifully, and I'm continuing to Credmax right now. Listen, I would be
You're Credmaxxing still?
If I hadn't Credmaxed back in the day and gotten my bag of magic coins, I would be dead right now because I would have killed myself. Okay? So that's my financial my financial independence. The ticket to my financial independence was a magical little card that said Barclays on it, and another magical little card that said Capital One on it, and another magical little card that said MasterCard on it. Like that's how I fucking. But look, the if you know of an asset or a play or something that's going to go up in value mad, why not take out a bunch of credit card debt to finance it? That's only if you know of something that's going to go up that's going to beat, your 25% APR or whatever. So it's case specific.
Oh, you're actually going to pay them back?
Case specific. I have been because I want to buy a house, but there's really, if you're not going to buy a house, there's not really any reason to pay back debt. You can just.
That was always the thing, because I was like, yeah, it makes sense that he Credmaxed and bought a bunch of Bitcoin cheap. And then, but your advice was always like, and your credit score? Fuck your credit score. And I'm like, well, what if you ever want a home or anything like that?
You'll be paying cash for the home.
Unless you're making 10 grand a day on fucking Cameo, you're not gonna have the capital.
Most people have no hope of ever buying a home, and for most people, it would probably be a retarded decision anyway, because you buy a home and the value, your wealth that you're trying to preserve in this investment vehicle is getting sucked away by property tax and maintenance costs, whatever else. I don't know if I'm not sure buying a home is a good idea from an investment standpoint. I just want to do it because I need a place to put my vehicles.
But it's typically one of the greatest wealth builders in any family.
The real estate market's just about to fucking implode. It's just about to fucking implode.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying I don't know anything about it.
The last time the real estate market imploded, prices barely went down. They just sold more slowly, and then they went back up, and then they went higher.
Is that true? But
the cost of a house went to like $400,000. Now there's some markets like Florida swampland in Las Vegas where perhaps it did go down, but the bulk of the country, your $400,000 house dropped to like $390,000, sold more slowly, and now it's at $600,000.
I don't know, with inflation and then the rate hikes and everything, it is really difficult for someone to get into a house for the first time. The system does seem to be set up to keep them out.
Gosh, you're right.
I mean, you want to keep them out if you're a landlord, and I see that movement on Reddit. I was really confused by it at first, the hate for landlords.
Okay.
Because I've never had any love for any of my landlords. I was never like, oh yeah, realty investment company, $6 million. I love them. It's not that. It's just but I mean, they own this fucking place, and for a reasonable amount of money, they let me fucking stay here. And my rent was late that time, and they just nudged me. They weren't shitty about it. So got no problem with them. I didn't understand the hate for them.
I don't hate everyone else I buy goods and services from.
Yeah, no, I feel like we've come to an agreement about what this is worth, and we got a good thing going. So I still don't understand the hate for landlords as much as I understand. It should be a hate for the system. That you can't fault the landlords any more than you can say fault a billionaire for not just paying more tax. He's just following the tax code.
Here's my new billionaire frustration. Whenever I hear a billionaire talk about how frugal he is, I think, suck my dick, you absolute asshole. Yeah, Warren Buffett today on Reddit was like, I spent $3.25 for breakfast on a day.
He gave all of his money away today. You know that, right? To charity.
Did he really?
The vast majority, 95%.
I saw it in a tweet, but my question is, but did he really? I don't know. I'll tell you what, since Bill Gates gave all his money away to that charity, his net worth is quintupled, right? It hasn't gone down one bit. It hasn't gone down once any particular year. Bill Gates just gets wealthier year after year after year, and he's still the greatest philanthropist ever. I'm half wondering if these charities that they set up are some sort of tax avoidance scam thing.
They obviously are.
I just can't prove it, but I have my suspicion, and it's PKA, and I don't need any proof
the Bird
whatsoever.
Foundation.
But I've heard Elon Musk lives in some inexpensive home.
What a dick.
I doubt that.
I want Elon Musk. Elon Musk should build $20 mansions and then shoot missiles at them and build more. Just fucking pump some money into the economy. I don't care.
I think that's what
billionaires who don't live big, lavish lives.
Yes.
Like, we know what you're doing. We know you're faking. We know you're trying to be endearing to us commoners, us peons. Like, fuck off. We know. We know you're drinking, champagne and having caviar behind the scenes just because you pretended to eat a bite of the commoner's Big Mac once.
I just don't know why anybody cares.
I want you to be. I want him to buy Kyle's used socks for $75,000 for the left and $75,000 for the right. Just piss money away, and then Kyle will take his $150 and do something awesome with it. I don't care.
I'd waste it.
I'd buy.
Then the guy who you wasted on will do cool shit with it.
I'd buy a full Sorinex fucking Olympic style gymnasium that I'd put in my. I'd knock walls out to get it all.
That's
in.
a good ass idea.
I'd have that giant power rack with the fucking stacks on either side, the 300-pound stacks.
Mhm.
Oh, we'd get so fucking.
Yeah,
strong.
if I were a billionaire, I'd get
squat and never use it.
I'd have whatever the nicest functional trainer available was, and I'd have it in every room in the house.
I'd buy so many vapes. These are $25 a pop. I want 1,000.